Hello, Terry.
Oh, Jack, you're here. Just off, please.
Where have you been hiding yourself, pet?
Been around.
You haven't been around here. We're getting worried. Looking in the book and wondering if we get a holiday this year.
There are other things in life, Jack, than drinking every night.
Oh, just a half, eh?
Yeah.
Hiya, Bob's back.
Yeah, I'll be in a minute.
Did he have a nice honeymoon?
Apparently.
Went skiing, didn't he?
Apparently.
Hello, Bob. Nice time, was it?
I did not do this skiing.
They won't ask you how you did it then, eh?
I did it on the aeroplane steps.
Going out there or coming back?
It was coming back. I felt a bit giddy from the turbulence. The honeymoon itself was perfect. I'll have a pint, please, Jack. Terry?
No, I'm all right, thanks, mate. It's fine.
Oh, what's the matter with him?
Well, we're glad to see you back anyway.
So the shareholders of the brewery.
He hasn't been in much.
Has he not? Have you not been well, Petal?
Maybe he's in love.
I do not spend all my life in pubs.
You do, when they're open. Yeah, lovely. Get yourself one, will you? And you,
Oh,
Dory.
thanks, Bob. Welcome
Cheers.
back.
You been to the hospital, have you?
Yep. I've got to keep it on another week.
Does it hurt?
No, not really. It's just a bit itchy.
What's that written on it?
Oh, one of the secretaries at work did that. She said she was writing me a footnote.
I'll make out what it says.
No, it's in short foot.
Oh, God, they're coming back tonight.
Actually, do you know, I think she fancies me.
Who?
Wendy, this secretary at work.
Just 'cause she's written a message on your foot.
You should read the message. She's a sexy little thing. She's only 18, you know, but every time she comes in my office, she always sits on the corner of my desk. And she always leans right across me so that my right arm is in contact with the firm swell of her left breast.
All right.
Just wait till the office party. Just wait till the office party.
Look, Bob...
There's another girl appeared since I've been away. An invoice clerk. She's a naughty little thing. Oh, she is naughty. Naughty little mouth.
What's she written on your plaster?
Meet me in the stationery cupboard when the rest have gone to lunch.
You didn't.
No, I didn't, no.
I should think not either. You're a married man now.
Somebody had locked it. I couldn't find a key.
I said you're a married man now.
I know, but it's true, you know. It's true what they say about married men being more attractive to women. Take April on the switchboard.
Oh, my God.
Now, April's always been very aloof with me, you know, polite, but offhand. Today, she was giving off these very warm vibrations.
Maybe she's been sitting on the radiator.
Listen, man, listen. She comes into my office and she's all, smiling and pouting, you know.
Don't do that, Bob. Please, not when you're sitting with me.
She told me how pleased she was to see me back.
I showed her your back, did you?
Listen, man, I'm trying to tell you how attractive you are once you're a married man. She said she missed me. She thanked me for my postcard, asked me how my leg was, and when I said it was itchy, she offered to shove a knitting needle down my plaster.
God, it's amazing, isn't it? Overnight, you've become a typical married man. You've only just got back from your honeymoon.
Oh, the spare in that hotel.
What hotel?
On the honeymoon, man. If I hadn't been married, ho-ho.
If you hadn't have been married, you wouldn't have been on your honeymoon.
There was one in particular. Thelma got quite jealous. She was called Morag, domestic science teacher from Dumfries.
Here's your change, pet.
Thank you, love.
Oh, you do suit that tan, Bob.
Thank you, pet. Did you see that? Did you see that?
See what?
Look, she gave me just what I've been saying.
Oh, rubbish. You go as Robert Ferris and you come back thinking you're Robert Redford.
More Burt Reynolds, actually. That's what Maureen said.
Who on earth is Maureen?
New girl at the filling station. Do you know, I didn't get 4 gallons, but she still gave me quad stamps. You'd have liked her, greasy white overall.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you've always had a thing about women in uniform, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Except the Salvation Army. Even then, some young tambourine players have given me the shakes.
You should have seen a stewardess on the plane coming back.
Don't, man, don't. Stewardesses, oh. I love it when they wear them shiny stockings that sort of rustle when they rub their legs together.
She fancied me.
Oh, come on, not again.
It's true, man, it's true. There's no denying it. There's no denying it. She gave me 2 dinners.
And then shoved it down the aeroplane steps.
Supper. Let's get down to Fat Ox, or we could go to Wheat Sheaf. There's music down the Wheat Sheaf tonight. Be a lot of naughty there.
Look, control yourself, will you? Just control yourself. Why couldn't you behave like this before you were married? Why? Why now when it's too late you start acting like the sort of mate I needed when I got back from the army?
Was I very boring as a fiancé?
North-Eastern champion.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, it can't be helped. One of life's bitter ironies.
Still, we'll make up for it tonight, though, but...
No, I can't tonight, Bob.
Pardon?
Well, I've got something on.
Got something on? Got what on? Put it off.
Well, I can't.
But you knew I was coming out tonight. I told you this was lads' night out. I told you Thelma had her needlepoint.
Well, I'm very sorry, Bob, but I can't always fit in with your plans of Thelma's sewing circle. I'm meeting somebody, that's all.
Who?
Just a girl.
Pardon?
Just a girl?
Well, who?
Well, just somebody I know.
Do I know her?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes!
Well, who?
Just someone.
Don't you think I've got a right to know? Don't you think I've got a right to know who you put above me and the fat ox?
Well, God knows you've done enough to me in the past few months. How many solitary bars have you left me standing at while you went back to wallpaper Thelma?
Own back, how childish.
That's as may be.
You're leaving me, in other words?
In other words, yes.
Yes, you don't have to tell me who you're seeing.
All right, I won't.
None of my business. Your affair. I'm just the bloke who asked you to be my best man.
Look, I must go.
Well, who is she?
Susan.
Susan?
Thelma's sister, Susan.
Where are you seeing her?
Her place.
You can't go there. Her mother hates the sight of you.
Well, our mother happens to be at Weight Watchers tonight. Any other questions?
Yes. What am I going to do?
There should be no problem with all your admirers. You've mentioned half a dozen since you've been sat there. Ring 'em up or show Gloria your tan. Or you could always go round to Weight Watchers. You've been eating too many airline dinners.
Are those ski instructors all they're cracked up to be, then?
One was rather dishy. Bob got quite jealous, especially as he was floundering about on the nursery slopes while Sven and I, that was his name, Sven.
Sven?
While we were doing things on the slalom.
Doing what things?
Going in and out of sticks.
Do you remember when we went to Alassio together?
Oh.
Because you just finished with Bob forever. Those Italians.
You couldn't walk down the street.
We so wanted to be swept off our feet by continental lovers.
Well, I did meet Giorgio.
The waiter from Blackburn.
His father was from Italy.
Hey, lass, shall we have another Carafino?
Alan, that was yours, Alan.
Poor Alan. He said it was bad for his health because I wouldn't let him.
Giorgio said it was bad for his image.
But on the last night, it was warm and starry, and he told me he'd love me forever. Didn't seem to do his health much good. He were full of cold the next day.
Listen, what mischief did you get up to while we were away?
Thelma, you sounded like an older sister.
Well, you are engaged, you know, Susan, to Peter.
Peter's in Canada.
Oh, I see. Out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, shut up. Look, I must go.
What?
Well, I've got to get the car back to Mum. She's going to Weight Watchers.
Come on, who is he?
Somebody I like very much.
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
Well, I'm not going to.
Well, look, I thought we were going to have a nice natter. Bob won't be back till late.
No, I can't. I'm seeing him. I'll ring you tomorrow.
All right. Oh, not another evening of Sasha Distel. Hello, darling.
Hello.
What are you doing home?
Well, it is my home, isn't it? I do live here, don't I?
Yes, of course you do.
Thought you'd be pleased to see me.
Well, I am. It's just a surprise. I thought you were having a boys' night out.
No, just a swift half. No. I just didn't want to leave you alone.
Oh, you are sweet. But, you know, I've got nothing in to eat except a tin of ravioli. Shall we go out, if you like? Have a curry?
No, I want an evening in, don't I? What's on the box?
Sasha Distel.
Let's have a curry. Well, if that's what being in the common market means, the television full of boring continentals, French singers and Dutch jugglers and German comedians. No, you couldn't have a German comedian.
Bob, what's wrong, pet? Why are you in such an awful mood?
No, it's just my foot.
Oh, what did they say at the hospital?
They said I might have to keep it on indefinitely.
Oh, I'm glad you're home. Though I had thought I was going to have an evening with Susan, but she's got a date.
Yes, and you know who with, don't you?
She didn't say.
I'm not surprised. She's seeing Terry.
Well, how long's this been going on?
It's obvious, isn't it? While we were on honeymoon. While they were supposedly getting our house together, they were busy getting themselves together. Probably in this room, probably on that sofa.
But listen, it's serious. When she went, she said it's someone I like very much.
It is possible to like Terry very much. I used to like him very much.
Do you like him going out with my sister?
I couldn't give a rat, don't worry me. Go out with your mother as far as I'm concerned.
It doesn't matter to you that Susan's engaged and Terry's married.
Terry's separated. If he wants to... It's his business if he wants to go out with Susan.
Instead of with you, is that it?
Pardon?
That's why you're home early. Terry stood you up.
Look, are we having that curry or not?
That's why you're in such a foul mood.
I am in a foul mood because of my leg. How would you like to carry around that thing all day?
What's that written on your foot?
Oh, nothing. Just someone at work.
That's disgusting. And who's Wendy?
I'm sorry if I woke you up.
That's all right, that's all right. Come in. I'll put some heat on. Where have you been?
Round Susan's.
How did you get here?
I walked.
It's more than 3 miles.
Yeah, I know, but I just fancied a walk. Have a think, you know.
Oh. Do you want a drink or anything?
No, thanks, mate. How was the wee chief?
We didn't go.
What have you been eating?
Sorry, as bad as that, is it?
It would destroy all known germs.
We went for a curry. Look, you sure you want to have a drink or something? Because I fancy one.
Now, go on.
Good lad. I've got some scotch. Here we are. Duty free.
I'm sorry if I woke you up, kidder.
That's all right. We weren't asleep.
You weren't,
No. Not on top of curry.
So you've cleaned your plaster up?
Oh, that, yeah. Do you want anything in it?
No, kid, no.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Didn't it turn chilly tonight?
Eh? Yes, that wind goes right through you.
Still, it's only to be expected. We can't complain, really, though. It has been incredibly mild.
Oh, yes.
We went to the Star of India. They're very reasonable there.
Yeah, I know.
I had chicken biryani. Thelma had lamb vindaloo.
While you were away, Susan and I went there once.
Oh. What did you have?
Steak and chips, I can't stand curry.
How is Susan?
Well, look, that's the reason I called round, Susan. I just wanted to have a talk. Well, I mean, sometimes you've got to, haven't you? You know, have a talk.
Sure.
I mean, you know me, Bob. I'm not the sort of person who gets involved or gets serious, but, well, while you were away, Susan and me were round here a lot, and she'd be hanging up curtains, and I'd be putting up your new light fittings.
Oh, it fell off.
What?
The new light fitting that you put up, it fell off.
Has that any relevance to what I'm trying to say?
No, I'm sorry. Please go on. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just that... Well, I was beginning to enjoy being the new couple at number 8, and... Well, you see, what I can't make my mind up about is whether it's because of Susan or the house, but... Well, I feel at this stage in my life I'm missing out on something.
How does Susan feel?
Well, she doesn't know either. She's just as confused as me.
She goes back on Sunday, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
And she's engaged.
I know that. That's another thing. I mean, she says that, well, maybe it's just through me that she's discovering her real feelings about him.
I can see that.
Oh, Bob, please, do you mind being sympathetic?
Sorry. I can see that, but, well, perhaps this feeling, I mean, what you're on about, perhaps it's because Thelma and I've got all this.
Well, I know that, Bob, you see, but... You see, everything that you've got, your house and your marriage and your job and your car and your neighbours and your membership of the badminton club, well, I despise all that. I hate it. Only these last few days I've been hating it less, and that worries me, Bob, that worries me.
I can see that. I can see...
It's ironic, isn't it? What a turnaround tonight's been. Here's me wanting to talk about domesticity, and all you want to do is rave off down the wee chief looking for naughty.
Keep your voice down, will you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She came on an excursion ticket, you know.
Who?
Susan from Canada.
What about it?
Well, if she doesn't go back on Sunday, she'll lose it. She'll have to pay the extra.
Why do you go on about these boring irrelevancies? What's the price of an air ticket got to do with my turmoil?
Are you in a turmoil?
Well, of course I am. I haven't eaten a thing all day except a packet of crisps.
Would you like it in a ravioli?
No, thank you, Bob. That is not the answer.
Has it helped? Our little talk. Do you feel better?
Oh, you've been a tower of strength.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
No, kid, it's not your fault. I mean, you've got to make your own mind up about these things, but... Well, I just wanted to talk, and I'll better go.
No, don't. Stay the night. Stay here.
No, I must go.
Well, I'll get Thelma to run you home.
No, thanks, Bob. I'd rather walk. Well, thanks for being so, well, thanks.
Well, would you believe it? Thelma, you have no idea. The things he told me.
What's this about naughty down the wheat, Chief?
Anyone for more trifle?
Oh, I couldn't, Mrs. Chambers, but I must say this. It was lovely.
Oh.
I might find room for a little bit of cheese, though, but...
I thought you were cutting down this week.
I am starting tomorrow. You can't diet on Sunday lunchtime. Especially as someone's been to a lot of trouble.
Nobody else?
No, thanks.
No thanks, Mum.
Oh, you've hardly touched a thing, Susan.
Oh, it was lovely, Mum, honest. I'm not a big eater.
Well, you used to be. I hope you're getting the right sort of food in Canada. You know, it's essential to get the proper vitamins.
There's tons of vitamins in Canada.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, Canada's a very fertile and productive country. It's very rich in resources and opportunities. The prairies, the Great Lakes, the snow-capped Rockies. They say you haven't lived unless you've seen the Rockies at dawn.
Oh, it must be a wonderful spectacle, Robert. I've always had a desire to see the great outdoors, a yearning to see those frozen wastes.
You should try Hartlepool in February.
Is he being rude?
Oh, come on, Mum. When have you ever wanted to see the great outdoors?
All my life. It's your father that's held me back. Hard enough to get him to Scarborough on a day trip.
Saskatchewan.
What about Saskatchewan?
That's in Canada.
Ah, well, Susan reckons Canada isn't all that marvellous. Much the same as here, except with central heating.
How can it be the same as here? A land stretching from the icy wastes of the Arctic to the very borders of the United States.
You can't judge a place on its size, man. I mean, most of it's snow and ice and Eskimos and things.
Nonsense. Canada is a vastly diversified land, rich in minerals, forests, water power and fertile plains.
Did you get O-level geography?
Aye, and a prize at speech day.
Did you really, Bobby?
Yes, I did, Mrs. Chambers. It was presented by the Lord Provost, Harmsworth's Atlas of the World.
Which he has quoted parrot fashion ever since. Anyway, Susan reckons that the cities are boring.
Oh, Quebec's quite nice.
Ah, yes, Quebec. The northern half of Quebec has very severe winters.
Bob.
The southern half of Quebec has less severe
Bob,
winters.
shut
With
up.
short...
Anyway, your father and I will see Canada for ourselves when you're married. When we come and visit you when you're married.
Well, maybe I won't be there.
And what do you mean by that?
I mean, I've been there 5 years. Maybe that's enough.
But you've loved it. You've always said in your letters. Besides, it's a land of opportunity, like Bob says. Rich in...
minerals. Minerals, forests and water power.
Exactly. And that's where your fiancé is. Or have you forgotten about Peter? He's the one whose picture's by your bedside. He's the one who's worked and struggled to qualify as an accountant so he can give you a rich future in this brave new world.
Oh, all right, Mum. Let's forget it, shall we?
Very well. I'm going to wash up, and I suggest you go upstairs and get packed.
I'm not going till tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, do you fancy a walk, Susan? A breath of air?
Yeah, what a good idea.
A walk?
I'm going to stretch the legs, work off some of the trifle.
You hardly touch the trifle, either of you.
Bob, they want to go for a walk.
Football's on in 5 minutes. You're not telling me you're going for a walk with a football on?
Bob, they want to go for a walk.
Who's going for a walk? It's starting to rain. You should be doing your packing, and I've just put the kettle on.
You're coming then.
Yeah, we won't be long.
Oh, I get it.
Quick as a flash.
You know, there's something going on between those two, and you've done nothing to stop it.
Me? Bob, what is wrong with you today? You're driving us all mad.
What have I said now? What have I said now?
You know what your sister's like. You remember the trouble we used to have with her? All that money on a boarding school education. She comes home from the holidays and runs off with that boy who looks after the donkeys on Whitley Bay Sands.
Mum, she was only 13 then, and you know how much she liked riding.
And what about that other one? That one in the pop group, the drummer, him with the dirty fingernails. Even your father noticed that one. Wouldn't have him round the house.
Look, Mum, I did much worse things than Susan at that age.
Yes, but you always knew when to say no, Thelma.
That's true.
Mum, Susan is a grown woman. It's her life. Let her get on with it.
All right. But if she says things like leaving Canada in 5 years is enough, what's one supposed to think?
Well, she probably meant her and Peter moving on, to America. She said Peter's often talked about going to California.
Ah, yes, California. The grandeur of its mountains, canyons, deserts and valleys, stretching from the blue Pacific...
Well, things have to be said.
Yes?
Things we can hardly say in front of your mother.
You've got her worried.
Still, she's right about some things. She's right about Canada. I mean, there's nothing over here to compare with that, is there? You look at the Tyne first thing in the morning, it must help you appreciate the Rockies at dawn. That's the land of opportunities, as we've heard from Ferris, the human atlas.
You're encouraging me to go back.
I'm just stating facts. Depends what you think your future is. It'll hardly be a glowing golden one here, will it?
I am going back. You're the one that made going away a problem. You're the one that clouded the issue.
The issue's clear now, is it?
I think so. I've had a lovely 2 weeks. Honestly. But I'm going back. What are you smiling at?
I suppose that's what you'd call being let off the hook. I've had a lovely 2 weeks and all. But I'm glad you're going back.
I'm so relieved that you don't think I'm right for you.
I'm so relieved that you don't think I'm right for you. We better get home and tell your mother the good news.
We might not make it that easy for her. Come on.
They're back. They're back. Oh, she looks happy enough. Well, it's her decision. If she wants to lose that excursion, she won't get a refund. She won't get a refund.
Now, Mother, please keep calm.
I'm perfectly calm.
Oh, just in time for tea. Thelma, Mother.
Mrs. Chambers, you have probably been aware that Susan and I have been, well, for the last 2 weeks we've had...
Yes, you've made that perfectly clear.
Yes, well, we've had a serious talk about it and we have come to a mutual decision. Susan's going back to Canada tomorrow. Back to Peter.
Oh.
Well, it's all for the best, kid. I'm sure it's all
I'm sure you've made the right decision, dear.
But only on one condition. Only if Peter agrees to bring up Terry's baby as his own.
Oh, you got him in. Good lad.
Well, I thought you'd have had that off by now.
Right, tomorrow. It's coming off tomorrow. See that? That was the girl that comes to clean the telephones.
Oh, she's got a charming turn of phrase, hasn't she?
I'll have to wipe it off before I go home. Oh, Thelma had a postcard from Susan today.
Oh, aye.
A picture of a Mountie. Said she had a pleasant flight. Said she hoped her mother had recovered from that joke.
Well, I just recovered myself.
It'll hurt for a while, but that's only to be expected.
Well, keep your weight off it for a few days.
Pardon?
If it hurts, keep your weight off it for a few days.
Oh, no. I was referring to your hurt. You know, Susan.
I'm not hurt over Susan, you sentimental...
Not at all.
Well, I must admit that saying goodbye wasn't easy, and at the airport we were both a bit choked. But as I walked away through that departure lounge, I knew I'd got to pick myself up. Got to get her out of my system.
Time's a great healer.
Didn't take long in my case. I pulled the stewardess at the check-in counter.
Yeah, did it?
I did. Electric stockings and all.
Johnny. And Susan not even airborne.
Well, I had to bounce back, man, like a trapeze artist who falls off his wire. I had to get back up there.
A stewardess.
Yeah. I'm seeing her in about 10 minutes, so I can't stop.
What do you mean you're seeing her? This was our night out.
Well, I can't pass up a chance like this, can I? She'll be in Hanover tomorrow.
You're leaving me, in other words?
In other words, yes. God, you're a selfish little so-and-so, you are.
You know how I look forward to our nights out. This is the second time in 2 weeks. What am I going to do?
A man of your sexual magnetism with half the office drooling over you? Ring up Maureen or Wendy. Or go around and see April and get your leg scratched. Or you could just go home to your wife